The numbers attached to your house can reveal more about your home's innate personality than any home decor interventions. Numerology suggests that there's a mystical connection between numbers and coinciding events, or more specifically, places and how it will affect its occupants. Identify your house's numerology number and explore what that might reveal about your home. To calculate your house number, please have a look in the description box, as some home addresses are not as straightforward as adding up just the digits. Some houses or apartments also include an alphabet letter, which will also need to be brought into the equation. The values of the alphabet letter are in the description box. First things first, we begin by determining your house's number, which is a single digit between 1 and 9, by adding up all the digits of your house number for your street address and tallying those numbers up separately. So for example, if you live at 357 Main Street, you'll take your address number and add the digits together. So that would be 3 plus 5 plus 7, which gives you the 15. You reduce that further, so 1 plus 5 gives you the 6. So your house number is 6. Your address might not be that straightforward. If you live on a street named for a number, just ignore it. For example, if your address is 300 West 5th Avenue, ignore the street, that is the 5th Avenue, and add up the address number only. So basically you're taking now only the 300, which adds up to 3. If you live in an apartment, use your unit number rather than the street address, as it's the most unique number for your space. So for example, if you live at 1200 Park Avenue, apartment 30, add up only the unit number, which is 30, and that again adds to 3. If you have letters in your address or unit number, add that up. So maybe your street number or apartment unit contains a letter, like say for example 2F. You'll want to add the letter along with the numbers, using the numeric equivalent of that letter, so A equals 1, B equals 2, etc. For example, now apartment 2F corresponds to 2 plus 6. 6 is for the F. For a numerology number of 8. You will find the values of the alphabet in the description box, which will make it easier for you to calculate the digits if you have an alphabet letter together with your apartment number or your house number. Now that you have your home's number, let's see what that means for you. I will include the timestamps for each house number as well in the description box. House number 1. The number 1 house holds great energy for anyone beginning something new. It's perfect for a newly married couple or anyone starting a new business, relationship, or new life chapter. It's a great house in which to express one's individuality and leadership skills. In this house you can focus on number 1, that being you. Other characteristics of a 1 house include being creative, original, and inventive. A number 1 home has a great vibration for an office or home office for a creative entrepreneur, coming up with new ideas and inventions. Living in a 1 home can definitely strengthen your determination and confidence, but there are challenges too. For example, if you want to find a partner or are prone to loneliness, this home can have too much self-energy and not as much for partnering. Number 1 is the powerhouse. It is possible that someone notorious or famous may have lived in this home. Be it good or bad, let's not get too excited and blow it out of proportion. But being in a number 1 house is not for the faint-hearted. These houses will catch the attention of people going by, with its usually distinguishing features. People who have been unwell will usually improve their health once moving into a number 1 home. Moving on to the house number 2. While a 1 house is great for expressing one's individuality, a 2 house is built for belonging. Whether it's business partners, lovers, or roommates who are good friends, numerology dictates that the 2 house inhabitants are bound to be more agreeable and understanding, as their environment will help them to learn from each other. It makes a great office space or storefront for a business owned by business partners learning to work together. The energy of harmony and a yin-yang balance is the predominant energy of a two-house. The home is bound to have a peaceful and harmonic balance. In a two-house, it is important for the occupants to keep an open dialogue with each other. The primary challenge with a two-house is the tendency to become too sensitive to the other partner to the point where they end up not speaking their mind or sharing their opinion. As for single occupants, moving into this partnership-driven space, the home is said to attract a partner for the occupant with no one in tow. A two-home is usually decorated with light pastel colors such as pinks, whites and creams. If you enter a number 2 home, you will sense a feeling of warmth and relaxed atmosphere. Number 2 inspires sensitivity, so complements this energy with pinks, whites and creams. Of course, this palette isn't everyone's cup of tea, but a similar blend with soft tones will work well too. Moving on to the house number 3. The 3 home is really just a fun and joyful feeling home. While the number 2 finds harmony and balance, its neighbor is associated with creativity. Known for its fun, extroverted energy, this home is a good place for artists, musicians, writers, or anyone else in a creative field. But it's also a great environment for social gatherings and bringing in interesting people. 3 represents expression, expansion, passion, enthusiasm, extroversion, fun, and optimism. It will have a positive energy and allows its occupants plenty of self-expression, literally in the home and also in the world. This is a great house for someone who wants to become more social, meet interesting people and be visible. This would be a great space for a party planner or events coordinator, though might not be ideal for someone who is introverted and does work like being a writer or a bookkeeper. A 3 home is also good to have a yoga studio in the space. Of course, no house comes without its troubles. A 3 house can be so much fun that not much work gets done. Spending too much money could also become an issue. This fun house encourages both positives and negatives. It brings about creativity and brings lots of visitors. Keep the colors of a fun palette mixture inside. House number 3 also gives a great need for freedom and unrestricted living. There will usually be loads of space for all your guests to be comfortable. So any family looking to expand in size, keep your eye out for the 3. Maybe the many parties at the 3 house has left you feeling a bit drained and scattered. Moving to a 4 house might be just what is needed. The number 4 home has a grounded, stable energy that in a house can be a solid foundation on which to build a life. A 4 house is a great space for someone who tends to be ungrounded or flighty. It can help with manifesting ideas into reality. It is a great home or office space to start a new business or relationship, as it emanates organized and productive vibrations. The challenge of a 4 house is one that can be all work and no play. It is important to balance work and personal time in order to avoid overworking oneself. People with drive and ambition need to find time for fun. Only people with a strong sense of character will be able to find the tranquility needed living in a 4 home. There may be need for some adjustment in the layout of the home, but this brings about fun projects for all handymen. So if little projects is what you are about, and increasing the value of your investment, then the number 4 is an ideal investment. I also do apologize for the dogs barking in the background. Moving on to house number 5. A number 5 house that stimulates movement and activity, change, travel and adventure. This home also holds the energy of knowledge, communication and writing, particularly regarding travel, other cultures or new and interesting ideas. While the high energy of a 5 space can cause an unsettled feeling and also create a tendency to move through life too quickly, the 5 home encourages its inhabitants to consciously work to enjoy the present moment while life sweeps you away on what is sure to be a grand adventure. Families on the move are drawn to number 5. Expanding your family and love entertaining? This house may see your front door always revolving with people coming and going. Number 5 is an exciting address, so combat the high energy by camouflaging bright areas with neutral tones. Once a good balance is brought into the home with a flow of these tones and relaxed furniture, a happy home life is sure to be had by all. Moving on to house number 6. A 6 house is truly one with heart. It is an ideal home to raise a family in. You will often see a 6 house filled with children. The number 6 holds the vibration of love, service, compassion, creativity and artistry. This energy will be apparent in everything its inhabitants do, from the arts to social responsibility. On the social scene, while a lot of entertainment takes place in a 5 house, the 6 house will host the intimate dinner party with friends with shared stories and artfully prepared food. A 6 home is perfect for someone who wants to be more in touch with passions in life. The key is to embrace this house's nurturing energy by filling it with comfortable furniture and lots of plants. The challenge of a 6 home: inhabitants love their home so much that they might become reclusive. Another issue is that the home can be so heart-oriented that it may inhibit material success. It would not be complimentary to someone whose objective is to make lots of money. 6 is the number for equality and justice. There is no room for negativity in this humble abode. Artists thrive in a 6. There is beauty and symmetry present here, creating the perfect place to let the creative juices flow. Many enjoyable moments will occur over your time spent here. There will most likely be predominantly pastel shades in the basic color scheme, often pink or blue leading the way. 6 is usually the most attractive house on the street. Moving on to house number 7. The number 7 is the most spiritual of all numbers. Those influenced by this number are destined for a life of seeking answers to life's mysteries and helping others along their journey. A 7 house is likened to an ashram or sanctuary. It feels very calm, peaceful, relaxing, quiet, zen-like, and in some cases slightly cave-like. It holds the energy of deep spiritual transformation. In most cases, a 7 house is inhabited by a single woman undergoing an extremely transformative time of life. Because of its mysticism and inward energy, the 7 house is also very conducive to honing one's intuitive or psychic abilities. An inhabitant of a 7 house can often lead a more inward lifestyle, with a few social connections that are selective, and deep friendships. It is a great space for someone focusing on their spiritual growth. Because it is so spiritually based, it can be difficult to operate outside of the sanctuary, and is not the best house for an introvert who would benefit from a social life. I'm getting all tongue-tied. It is advised for those living in a 7 house to make a conscious effort to get out of the house and connect with others. The challenge of a 7 house can be complicated for a couple. Because the home is so transformative, a couple will either grow together or grow apart. The positive side, though, is that it will fast-track a relationship in the direction it needs to go. For a family living in a 7 house, religion or spirituality will play an important role in the home. The challenge with a 7 home is that it might have some hidden structure issues that need looking over. It is advised you do so on inspection. Furniture in this house should also be minimal. It's perfect for those wanting to keep it simple and uncluttered. 7 is a very spiritual place and will come with a quiet space where you can just sit and chill and relax and when you feel unbalanced. Decorate your 7 home with touches of purple, orange and or yellow. Moving on to the 8 house. If you are looking for wealth or career mobility, the 8 house is for you. You can never go wrong with an 8 house when it comes to financial gain. A number 8 home supports growth and ambition and abundance in every area of your life, from love to career to wealth and even to fame. The 8 house itself can bring wealth in the real estate market. Don't be surprised to receive public recognition or even fame when living in it. All of this does not come without hard work, which the 8th house also supports by way of its vibration of power and leadership. The challenge with the 8th house is not to become so caught up in the material world to where one could lose focus on matters of the heart. The number 8 will often skyrocket in value. There will be nothing to lose and everything to gain. No shabby chic. Think modern and sophisticated throughout this home. Natural earthy shades and touches of red complement the vibe in this home. Moving on to house number 9. The number 9 house draws everyone in. 9 holds the vibration of generosity, wisdom and compassion. The 9 house is supportive for ending a phase of life, allowing for a complete release in order to start a new phase. This is a great house for someone who is wrapping up a major phase of his or her life. It could often be that occupants in a 9 house move away to another city or relocate to another country. The 9 house is also associated with humanitarianism and service. The primary challenge of a 9 house is to not let others take advantage of your generosity. It's important to take care of yourself while saving the world. This house number is known for its auspicious vibrations. It is an ideal number as it is considered to be the fortunate number that gives life with an abundance of wealth, and you will be best attracted by luck. People living in this home who have high tolerance levels bring a lot of harmony amongst people. This house attracts a lot of positive vibes and also reflects new beginnings in various fields of life. You will have high intuitive power, which will make you achieve emotional rewards in life. A number 9 home is usually decorated in pale tones and lots of houseplants. This is a place for people who are open-minded and like to help others. There is a sense of worldliness to this home, and projects are usually never left undone. This is a great place for people who like to serve and to give to others. And that concludes the uncovering of house numbers. If you found it resonated, please like and subscribe. Please note I compile numerology reports that you can keep as a hard copy to refer to whenever you need to for guidance. Should you wish to order a basic numerology report or a full numerology report, please go to the link in the description box where you will find the details, which you can download in order for me to compile your report. You can also see what I cover in each report by downloading the contents. Please also keep an eye out for later on when I do the lucky draw, where I choose 2 new subscribers to my channel, who will each receive a free full numerology report. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. Bye.